Hi guys, this is week 6 of the Oakdale Road renovation. This week we started on building the extension, which was going above the kitchen area. We'd already got the steel work in place from last week, so the first job was to get the floor joist in and then get the floorboards done on top. We got to rush on to get this done and get it covered over by the end of the day, as we knew there was a lot of rain coming in that day. So we started then the following day on the actual build-up of the extension frame. One of the first jobs to do when you're building the extension frame is to discut two lines either side of where the walls are going to join into the existing house, as this is where we could put the damp course in to stop any penetrating damp coming in the join of the house and the new extension. I then set out the timber base plates for where the timber frame will be going, and then moved on to stripping the existing roof. Once the roof was stripped, I then moved on to actually starting the build of the frame. Got the front wall finished first, as this is where we're going to be sitting the roof joists on top. Once the front wall was built up, we got all the roof joists up ready, and then set them into the correct spacing and fixed them in place. Once the roof joists were in place, I then moved on to building up one of the side cheeks of the extension. Once that side cheek was built, I went back up onto the roof and marked out where I'll be cutting the overhanging joists at. Once the joists were cut back to the correct length, it was then time to add the furling pieces on top of the joists, which would create a fall to allow the rainwater to run off the flat roof. The next job on the roof then was to add the counter batten, which allows for airflow to go underneath the flat roof to stop any condensation. Once the counter battening was done, it was then time to lay the OSB sheets on the roof. The day was coming to an end at this point, so we got the rubber on temporarily and tacked down the sides just to keep the structure waterproof until the roofers could come and finish the roof correctly. This is how the extension was looking after one day. I was really pleased with how far we progressed in one day, as it was only 2 of us on site building the extension. Returning back to the job the next day, we knew we had to get the frame watertight as we had a lot of rain coming in. So we got the side cheek OSB boarded and felted ready, and then moved on to the front and did the same, getting the OSB boarding on and the breathing membrane over the top. As you can see by this point, the rain was coming down pretty heavy, so I pushed on and got the last cheek built of the extension. And by the end of that day, we managed to get the OSB board over the top of this side cheek and get the breathing membrane finished off also. The following day, the rain was still coming down pretty heavy, so I stayed inside and started fitting some of the Celotex insulation. I'll leave you with a time lapse of me doing some of the insulation in the house, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, bye.